Chips. Hi everyone, it's Wagner from Ship Studios. We're back today with another tutorial for our Halloween series, and today we're gonna complete our whole map. We'll be working on the river itself and also refining the particle systems and making a pathway for our wizard to follow. So we got some terrain to cover, let's get back to it. Alright, so here we are back in Blender. Let's go to object mode, and as we left it, we have our particle system set up, but right now we want to go in and define some more the map itself. So let's first go to the river, and into edit mode I want to select a couple of vertices with proportional editing on and drag them around, because the river in itself can't be flat. So we're not working with a lake, which is not flat in itself either, but you get it. We got some ripples to work on for the river, so I'm just taking some random points where I think that it would fit for the water to be moving. And I just press them down or up depending on the part that they come from. So we want to create the illusion that there's some moving water going on here. As I said before, we'll be doing that with materials also, but we could also go with a good mesh to start working on that. So let's do this one down also, and that one too. We just want to give a bit more variation, so when you take a perspective look, you see that it's not just a flat plane, but it's more like a mesh going on here. Okay, so that would be it. Right now we have some curves going around, even though they are low polygon. That's just fine. I want to fix this up here. Maybe some more around this part. Drag that in, or one stream out and one stream in. I want to do the same. Okay. Cool. Now that we worked on the river itself, let's take a closer look. And right now we want to refine what we did in the previous tutorial with the trees and the stones, bushes, and all of that. Since what we really did was a rough map for each of them. So let's actually go, and I want to go to weight paint mode again and select the grass. And we want to do like we did for all of the others. We want to make a path. So where the wizard would walk, we have to clear that path a bit. And I know you would say, but yeah, but it's just grass and some bushes. Sure. But as you can see, the bush can be really annoying if we let it be wherever it wants. So I want to clear the path as much as possible. We can leave the grass and the bushes stand around the place where the wizard would walk. It would just help us with the process. Okay, let me get this pesky thing. All right, that looks pretty good already. Let me clear every bit around here. Okay, and make the path a bit larger also. Okay. That looks pretty good. Now I want to change that to trees, and I want to get this small tree out too, since we don't want it near the place that will be animating. Okay, let me just go back to grass a tiny bit. Okay, that bush is done with also. And what I want to do right now is I want to check every map itself. And right now I want to optimize the trees as much as possible, since they are the main attraction, let's say, for our props. And as you can see, we have some trees that are caught up in really weird positions. So a lot of them are on the edge of the map itself, and they shouldn't be. And it's most probably because we didn't get with the brush into that region perfectly. So let me just work around the tree some more. It's also about the number, we can play around with that, and maybe the seed. Also the scale can be differentiated. So we could go for a more random scale, or you could just keep it at half. That depends on what works better for you. And after we are done with the trees, let's go and do pretty much the same thing for the rocks. So the first thing that I want to do for the rocks, I want to change the place that they come up from. So I want to change emit from vertices, and I want to take that to faces, and that would change the positions that stones get emitted from. And since it would be different from the ones from trees that come out from vertices themselves, they won't be misplaced. So you won't see any more trees and stones in the same place, and that would help a lot because those are the bigger elements that we have on our layout. We can also do the same for grass, since the bushes are also quite big. We can get them onto the same emitting position, so we can take those from vertices to faces, and it's all right. It's if some stones and bushes overlap each other, that won't be an issue, but it's not the same with the trees, as you can see. We could also go around and change a bit the number of bushes that we have set for our map itself, so we can put more grass instead of the bushes. And also I want to make sure for the trees yet again, because some are really emitting weirdly right now. Also, I want to take them out from the bottom of the map, and especially the edges, since they look like they grew out of nothing, and that won't be a good look. So let me just do that. Now that we are done with optimizing the scene, I want to take one stone from the rocks collection, and I want to take this flat one and duplicate it and get it out of the collection, since we want to create a stone path for the wizard from the house to the ritual site, and this would be really helpful. We just have to take the stone out, and remember to take it out of the collection as well, or else it will interfere with our particle system. So let's get it to the map collection, and I want to drag it here. And right now it's pretty huge, but that won't be an issue. We can make it smaller and drag it around here. And let's go to top view, take the stone to around here, make it rotate on to the same direction that the stairs are already. And we don't want the stone to be fully out of the ground, so we want it to be partially covered by the ground itself. Okay, let me just get the second, the third, and we don't want to create that many, so I'll go for the fourth. Let's get a fifth one, sixth, and maybe a seventh also, a really small one. So we have a stone path right now that we've taken from the house. Let's parent them all to the last one, and let's call it stone path. And I want to, let me first take all of them and make sure they are selected, and I want to apply the rotation and the scale. And right now we have our stone path. We won't be animating any of it, but it's a really nice bridge to go to the ritual site, and you'll probably be seeing some of those. It's just a nice touch to add. Let's take a look, and that's how our map looks like right now. So right now, if you want, you can select the collections for trees, stones, bushes, and the wilted trees, and you can make them not visible when you watch the viewport if that's a problem for you. If not, you can just leave them there, but I prefer to do this. So we just have to toggle the eye itself. And I want to take the dead trees out and put them in the environment so they are separate. And here we go. Now the map is clean and they are still here into our particle system. So we are still having some issues around with the trees, but we can solve that really easily by playing around with the weight map and maybe the numbers from the particle systems. So let's select the map again, and we want to go for the dead trees and modify the seed for that. That's the fastest way. Well, I think we already got better seed. Okay, that's looking good. So we're not having any issue right now on that area. But that would be it for today. Well, we've come a long way, haven't we? Okay, so that is it all for today. We're finished with the map. On the next tutorial, we'll be working on painting the map itself. So yeah, we're finally getting some color in. So if you liked it, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you there. Bye.